Good morning, grade 6 students. I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to solve two exercises. Please pay attention and enjoy this video. Pause this video and try to solve this exercise. Exercise 1. Starch is found in potatoes. Both the mechanical and chemical digestion allow the breakdown of starch into small molecules to be absorbed by the body. Part A. Justify that starch is a complex carbohydrate. In other words, you must tell me, why do we consider starch as complex carbohydrate? Starch is a complex carbohydrate because it is made up of several linked sugar molecules, which are the glucose molecules. Please check again chapter 4. Part B. Explain the difference between the mechanical and chemical digestion. The mechanical digestion breaks down food into small pieces. However, the chemical digestion breaks down the small pieces of food into small nutrient molecules by the aid of digestive juices, for example, intestinal juice. Part C. Name the substance that results from the digestion of starch. What is the final product of the digestion of starch? It is glucose. Your body breaks down starch into small nutrient molecules called glucose. Name the digestive organ that allows the absorption of nutrients. Pay attention here that you must mention the organ, the digestive organ. The digestive organ that allows the absorption of nutrients is the small intestine. D.2 is related to D.1. Name the characteristic that makes it an adapted structure for absorption. The characteristic that makes it an adapted structure for absorption is richness in blood vessels. Can you imagine the small intestine without blood vessels? Nutrients cannot be absorbed, so this is the characteristic. Part E. Correct the following statements. This means that all the statements are false. Villi are finger-shaped projections that allow the absorption of nutrients. Till now the sentence is correct. From the large intestine into the blood? Of course not. From the small intestine into the blood. 2. The non-digested and non-absorbed food pass into the small intestine and form stool? No, they pass into the large intestine and form stool. Exercise number 2. This exercise is very important. Please pay attention. A grade 6 student wanted to know the role of digestive juices. We all know the role of digestive juices. They digest food into small nutrient molecules. So this student wanted to know the role of digestive juices in the digestion of egg albumin. Egg albumin is a protein. In other words, it is the white of an egg. He realized an experiment summarized in the figure below. We have two tubes placed in water bath at 37 degrees Celsius. The aim of placing the tubes at 37 degrees Celsius is to mimic the body temperature because it's 37 degrees Celsius. And the substance, mainly the digestive juice, cannot work unless it is placed at 37 degrees Celsius. In both tubes, he added fragmented egg albumin and water. So these are the constant factors because they are present in both tubes. However, he added in tube 2 intestinal juice. This is a variable factor because it is present in tube 2 but absent in tube 1. Let's see the results. After 12 hours, egg albumin remains in tube 1 while it disappears in tube 2. Why do you think egg albumin disappeared in tube 2? Yes, this is because of the presence of intestinal juice. Indicate the variable factor in this experiment. The variable factor is the substance present in one tube but absent in the other. In order to know the variable factor, compare the substances in both tubes at the beginning of the experiment. So we must compare here. Both tubes have fragmented egg albumin and water. So these two substances are not the variable factors. Both tubes are placed in water bath at 37. then the temperature is not a variable factor. What about intestinal juice? Intestinal juice is present in tube 2 but absent in tube 1, so the variable factor is the presence or absence of intestinal juice. Analyze the experiment. What do you conclude? When we analyze, we relate the variable factor with the result. The variable factor in tube 1 is the absence of intestinal juice. Its result is that egg albumin remains in the tube. However, the variable factor in tube 2 is the presence of intestinal juice. Its result is that egg albumin disappears. While writing the analysis, you should mention the constant factors in each tube. I will answer. In tube 1, having fragmented egg albumin and water without the intestinal juice at 37 degrees Celsius, after 12 hours, the egg albumin remains in the tube. However, in tube 2, having fragmented egg albumin, water at 37 degrees Celsius, but in addition to intestinal juice, after 12 hours, the egg albumin disappears. Here, instead of mentioning again the substances, you can write, however, in tube 2, having the same conditions, but in addition to intestinal juice. This is also correct. What do you conclude? I conclude that the intestinal juice digests egg albumin because in the presence of intestinal juice, egg albumin disappeared. Today's session is finished. Please, I want you to review these two exercises and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.